CNAs, I need y'all to come to the front. Y'all have to do two things. One, y'all gotta slow down. And two, when y'all are transferring these patients, stop doing it by yourself. Now, I know a lot of y'all feel like y'all know the patients. I know a lot of y'all feel like I've been a CNA for however many years. I got this. But what happened in Louisiana is exactly why y'all need to slow down, number one. And number two, y'all need to start having somebody with you when you are doing these lifts and doing these transfers. I got the story pulled up right here. This video is about Diamond Johnson. She's a CNA out of Louisiana. And she has been indicted on negligent homicide charges, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna read the story to you real quick. It says a former nursing home assistant was indicted on negligent homicide charges after she allegedly dropped a patient from a hydraulic lift. Attorney General Liz Morrow said Monday. Diamond Johnson, 34, of Zachary, was indicted by a grand jury for negligent homicide on October 2nd. She was accused of unaliving a patient at Jefferson Manor Nursing and Rehabilitation Center on June 14th, 2024. According to Murrow's office, Johnson was moving the patient from a chair to her bed using a hydraulic lift with a sling. The patient slipped out of the sling and landed on the feet of the lift. So for those of you who are not in the nursing home or has never worked in the nursing homes, the feet of the lift, it's all metal. It's like a metal bar. Most of them are like that. So if she hit head first on the metal bar, she died of blunt force trauma. I'm willing to bet I know exactly what happened to a T. They were probably short, number one. Number two, she probably had 30-something patients, 20-something, 30 patients. Now, I'm assuming, I don't know. This is all alleged. She probably was in a rush. She probably was trying to hurry up and get done and put the person in bed, because if she was transferring from the chair to the bed, 9 times out of 10, the shift, she was probably working afternoon shift, or it could have been morning, but 9 times out of 10, she's probably working afternoon shift, going into the evening, probably being laid down after dinner. She probably done put that person, she probably put that patient in bed by herself millions of times. And then one day, it was a freak accident. You always have somebody with you. I don't care if the person is 99 pounds. I don't care if the person is 99 pounds. You always have somebody with you. They will throw you under the bus. It's a good chance the equipment was probably faulty, because I've seen that happen. I even had a situation to where I was the nurse home staff and I was working with 2 CNAs, and we had a patient who was a Hoyer lift, and she was plus size. And it was by the grace of God that it was 2 of them in there. And this patient had her own sling, and they did everything right. The CNAs that I work with did everything by the book. They did everything right. They put the lady on a sling. She had just got out the shower. She had a shower. She was on her shower bed. She was being transferred from the shower bed to her bed. She was under the sling. It was hooked up right. They had the 2-person lift ready to go, and the equipment was faulty. And she ended up falling. out the lift. And these CNAs did everything right. Everything right. I'm willing to bet, and I don't know for sure. But I'm willing to bet that the patient was probably on blood thinners. And I'm willing to bet that they probably didn't call 911 right away. I'm willing to bet any amount of money on that. Allegedly. I don't know the facts. I'm just guessing at this point. But to any nurse or any CNA that has worked long-term care, y'all know what I'm saying is more than likely the truth. Slow down. And if it's to the point to where y'all don't have a lot of help, y'all gonna have to put y'all foot down and say, look here, I'm not transferring this patient by myself. Now, they didn't give any details about the patient. They just said that when the autopsy report came back, it was blunt force trauma that took her out. This is not a game. They gave that woman up quickly. It was her. She did it by herself, and that's a no-go. You don't transfer people by themselves on them lifts. You just never know. Those lifts were made by humans. Humans have human error. You just never know. I just gave you a scenario where 2 CNAs did everything the right way and a patient still failed. It happens. Listen, patients are going to fall. There's nothing you can do to stop that. You can try to prevent it as much as possible, but patients are going to fall. It happens. There are protocols in place for that when it happens, and there are protocols in place for that to prevent that from happening. But nonetheless, there are protocols because patients are going to fall. There's nothing you can do to stop that in long-term care because y'all don't have the staff anyway. So it's really nothing you can do to stop it. But y'all got to start doing things by the book when it comes to stuff like that. Everybody has their tips and tricks and their way that they, cut corners and stuff like that. I'm not going to act like that's not a thing. It's a thing. But when it comes to stuff like that, you transferring these people in situations where they really can get hurt, and in this case, pass away, man, y'all better stop playing. Now, this lady was probably a good CNA. She's probably a good CNA. I don't know. But I'm willing to bet she's probably a good CNA. She probably transferred that patient a million times, and I'm sure she feels terrible about what happened. But y'all take warning. Y'all take lesson. Slow down. Quit moving so fast. Ask for help. I know some days be bad. You got an attitude. Something happen. But you can't let that affect your job performance because in this field, you will lose your freedom. If you slipping, it could happen. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's continue the conversation in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Make sure you go to thehighvaluenurse.com. Go purchase the ebook, The Ultimate LPN Mindset. Go to thehighvaluenurse.com. Get you a shirt, merch, all that stuff. And until next time, if you don't do nothing else, get paid. Your nurse get paid and protect that license. CNAs and nurses. I'll let y'all in a minute. Peace.